lost the next game 11-8, then won.
First game, lean to serve.
Also known to have some of the most suffocating serves in the world, Lin Minru. Let's see here, Silent Assassin versus France. Francisco's going to have to be very, very on his toes and adaptable against the Lin Minru serve. The bottle challenge serve, which we know, that fast backspin down the line into the backhand of France. He'll have to look out for that. Bit of fortune. Doesn't change the outcome of that point. Francisco with a good start against both serves. Hungry for that first win against Lin Minru. He hasn't had before. Lovely control, and Francisco keeping the pressure on despite being switched.
Love 4.
Francisco's been as high as 12 in the world, which is achieved this year.
One, 4.
Show there from Lin Minru. Seen him showing a lot more than he used to. Quite a scary thing, actually, isn't it, when he shows? First point on the board.
4, 2.
Cool as they come.
Four, 3.
Still knows Lin Minru that he's got so much more to prove. He could have easily had a bronze medal in the Olympics already. Didn't finish it when he had a few match points against Dima, who of course has won 2 bronzes at the Olympic Games.
4, 3.
And the semi-final, Lin Minru against Fan Zhendong, in my opinion, is the best match of all time. Big statement there.
5.
But I woke myself up at 6 o'clock English time to watch it live, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Honestly, couldn't believe it. And the same with Ovtcharov against Ma Long in that other semi. I've never seen a Chinese so close to be beaten in recent
4,
history.
5.
Nice play there. That spinny backhand of Lin Minru. He does like to start a lot of the rallies with slow spin. Has so much quality on every single one of his shots. The silent assassin.
Six, 5.
The match where Ovtcharov beat Lin Minru at one of the first ever contender events. That's it, I think it was the first contender event.
5, 7.
Ovtcharov beat Lin Minru by simple backhand, no spin serves. If you serve no spin to Lin Minru, it's harder for him to flick with as much oomph. Let's see if Francisco uses a similar tactic in terms of serve spin.
Let 5, 7.
Pretty loose serve there from the silent assassin, and he was punished for it. Shakes his head. that's the threat there.
9-5.
Lovely counter loop with the forehand, and then an equally good backhand, if not better, down that short side of the table. Franziska's backhand is phenomenal. Excellent play from Patrick. He looks very, very stable here. More stable than I anticipated Lin Winru would make him. But credit to the German. That's a choke. The feeling of Lin Winru didn't phase world.
Franziska to serve.
Number
Love all.
12, highest has ever been Patrick Franziska up against Lin Winru here, the world number 8. Tasty matchup. And at 30 years of age, Franziska at the kind of around that peak age of a table tennis player. 27 to 30 tends to be the peak. Third best German player in the world, behind Ortrov and Boll.
One, two.
There's that serve that just bites into the table. For such a thing of beauty, the poetry in motion serve isn't half dangerous.
Let. 1, 2.
Fantastic recovery from Franziska.
Three, two.
He looks well up for this. Lin Winru has been surprised so far. Only dropped 2 games in their previous 2 meetings, Lin Winru. This looks like it might be a different kind of match. There's that Chiquita flick. How he covers that, how low he gets. Head close to the racket to optimize control. Wrist flexibility. It's as effective as a slow, heavy topspin in terms of spin. And it's quick and it's right off the serve. It has changed table tennis, the backhand flick. Being able to gain an advantage straight from the receive.
Let. 3, all.
Good combination, slow spin, gets the passive ball, fires the backhand. Strong on both wings. Well, Franziska, unaffected by the net there. Big point. That's electric.
4.
Good recovery there, and Lin Winru with a lot of power coming into that shot. For a young man of his stature, amazing how much power he generates, but that's a lot to do with the timing of his strokes.
4, 6.
Franziska keeps the cushion. great spin.
7.
The serve of Lin Winru is drifting half long to long, and Francisco is able to attack that. Serving slightly too loose here, Lin Winru. Wants to make it either short or a bit more half long than that. Excellent third ball flick,
5.
covering the table like a mini topspin. With the flick though, you can't really impart as much topspin as you can with the backhand flick, so you have to kind of come through the ball more. And that was high enough for him to do that. Well, Patrick Francisco has impressed me here, because I thought the best he'd do in the first 2 games would be kind of like a 1-all, potential to go down 2-0, perhaps a 1-all, but he's looking in good stead to go 2-0 up, and with no
9.
signs of slowing down either. Yeah, you can't give that to the silent assassin. Too high, too easy for him.
Nine, 7.
There's the danger shot, the flick. See if Francisco changes things up on the serve now. Maybe short forehand would be a good tactic for him. With heavy backspin to remove that weapon of Lin Winru. See if he does go for a short backspin serve to forehand. He goes into middle, held by the net, Lin Winru.
9-all.
And now with the serves, that could be a pivotal moment. Couldn't tell whether the ball was going to come back on the table after the Francisco top edge. It didn't. Right, this is huge. This is huge here. This could be a trendsetter. Let's see. Silent assassin with the serves.
10,
Well,
9.
a big cholet from the silent assassin. He wants this. 10-9. What a return from Francisca. The ball challenge serve. And the big man makes space from the middle, which is hard to do, to play that forehand. That
11,
is such
10.
a tricky flick. Some will put topspin on, some will come around the side to create a kind of deadening effect. That second thing that I just mentioned was what that flick was, deadening. Ooh.
11-all.
Well, not instant karma, but Francisco with a dribbling there that he may apologise for, but I bet deep down he's thinking, I'll take it. 11-all. Bit too passive
12,
there, but that's
11.
what the spin of Lin Winru can do. Make you indecisive. So many rotations on the ball. Very hard to counter. And if you block it, it's probably going to pop up so he can attack. And a satisfactory cholet from the not-so-silent assassin right now. I mean, he's not loud, but he's not silent.
13,
Excellent play.
11.
Steals game 2 from Patrick Franziska. Will that change the tide of this semi-final showdown?
Third game.
So it's interesting to see how players can react to disappointment of not being able to finish a game within such fine margins with chances. Will that narrow escape calm Lin and make him kind of more present, more relaxed, more confident in his shot-making ability? That's so powerful. There is barely any time, less than a blink of an eye, literally, between when he hits that ball and when Franziska has to make the counter. That is the power that he is developing in the gym. Good pressure from Franziska.
1, 2.
Your shot has to be deep against the silent assassin, otherwise he'll come over the table and counter very smoothly. On the front foot here, Franziska defending. Still there. Lin keeping him on the backhand, and eventually it pays off.
1.
Wondered when Franziska was going to try and get him back into the table with a big counter. Made more difficult by the fact Lin Winru was pinning him down the backhand patiently. Lin Winru looks
1. One, 5.
That is an unplayable backhand. Off the bounce, down the line, against heavy backspin. That's what thousands of hours of multi-ball training does. Creates machines like this who can just be unfazed against that amount of quality. Wow. Franziska's forehand is a bit more loopy and his backhand's more direct. Saying that, that's a very direct receive. He doesn't want to get back to what he was doing in that first end by serving a bit more loose. Can't take Franziska's receive for granted. Nice receive off the angle. But again, the serve of the silent assassin offering too much, which is uncharacteristic. Usually you can't even really attack them serves.
Five, 6.
Catches the edge very finely. Consideration to him. You've got to fight your opponent. No good fighting yourself on top of that. Just going to add to the pressure.
Eight, 5.
Wow, ripping forehands and backhands here.
5,
How the serve receive can explode into loop-to-loop exchanges. It is just such a beautiful thing on the eye.
5, 10.
And there's the danger, the flick, the Chiquita of the silent assassin. And he assassinates
11,
Francisco in the third
5.
game there. Lin Wenru. Beautiful capital. It's a grab, of course, as you can see on
Francisco to
the
serve.
barriers,
Love all.
and among two of the best non-Chinese players here.
Love 1.
Players representing the Chinese national team, that is. Two of the biggest threats to the Chinese national team. Lin Wenru more vocal than we've seen him.
2, love.
Now he has bulked up a little bit, probably less visibly than Harimoto, but he still has developed. It's hard. You've got to really try and stay quick as well as develop strength. Ploughing away at Francisca's backhand, but then changing into the middle, and it puts him on the front foot. Excellent play from the silent assassin. And he really is going from strength to strength. And that second game was instrumental in him getting going,
3,
finding his
love.
feet.
Let 3, love. One, 3.
Very aggressive flick there from Francisco. And it needs to be strong from the receive, otherwise Lin Wenru is so quick around the court, he'll just destroy you.
Let 1, 3. One, 4. Let 1, 4. 5, 1.
Well, no. Is here and in the driving seat.
6, 1.
So much body going into that forehand, ripping up the back of the ball. I'd love to get a chance to have a knock against one of these pros just to see how much extra quality is on it. Hard to tell when two pros play each other, but it's easier to tell when you see someone quite bad at the sport against someone at this level.
1, 7.
I've seen a funny video online of Joji Howe against the old man, and Joji Howe serves and the receive of the old man goes out of the court.
2, 7.
Maybe he needs this more. Well, I didn't expect that to come back, and obviously neither did Francisco. To get that fourth ball back with enough pressure to force an error.
Let 8, 2.
That is just
9, 2.
a combination from heaven. Shows Morgard kind of punch attempt. Well,
3,
you can't hit it back on any better than that, but it's probably too little too late.
10-4.
Caught Lin Winru off guard there, served long into the forehand. Lin Winru had stepped in for the flick prematurely, too much so. Still 6 game points though for the silent assassin. Good fight here from France. Oh, disappointing way to finish after Francisco started to mount a comeback there. Something just so dynamic about his game, the silent assassin. Look at Jorgic to the Olympics. He beats Pitchford, he beats Haramoto, but then gets destroyed by Lin Winru.
Lean to serve.
Is it the fact that he's the left-hander as well as the kind of spin and speed that he has that makes him that much harder to play?
1 left.
Fantastic intention and execution in game. Should have said 0.1 there. I thought it might be coming back. The risk, but the reward in the end there.
1,
and it's scary because of the fact that's the first time he's gone for that and he's made it. That just shows the level, doesn't it? In fact, he might have tried that shot in the first or second game, but crazy, crazy, crazy level. Looks like heavy topspin, but it dies off the racket of Francisco.
4-1.
Warned on the fact that he needs to toss the ball more vertically. Lin Winru. Could see the ball that time. And you can see the class of the backhand there. A player who's been as high as 5. And usually that's not that strong of an indication, but
1-6.
It's going very differently now.
6-2.
Patrick's a phenomenal player. Former European top 16 champion. Multiple European medalist.
Seven, 2.
Wow.
2-8. Two, 9.
Signals the fact that he is close to giving up here.
9-3.
It's down the line.
Ten, 3.
At the feet of Lin Winru. Serves amazing, and he still neutralises to the mid-point. And there we are, the silent assassin is in the final 2. He set up a dinner date. Had a fantastic start. But Lin Winru was the one that learned from that game and didn't drop a game since. Phenomenal play. And it will be a phenomenal final tomorrow. Stay tuned, because we've got another one of the youngest, best young stars on the planet, alongside his partner Hina Hayata in the mixed doubles final. Haramoto and Hina Hayata up against Won Chunting and Du Hoi Kem in mixed doubles final. The last match of this penultimate day of action, which has been enthralling to say the least.